Good morning
Good morning.
from the Tri-Cities,
Divine Fellowship.
Kennewick, Washington,
Garden version.
And for those that have seen some of the other garden versions, the background actually is a little bit different because we're actually on the other side of our deck, and this tree right here used to be like way over here. In fact, you couldn't even see it, so we're actually on the other side of the one you really couldn't see much of.
Anyway.
We tried to get more of the yard, but because of the way the sun is and everything, you can't really
really
too much
anything.
glare, and so that's what this works great.
You can still hear the birdies
And this is going to be the last time we do this
in the garden.
in the garden.
Well, we're going to start services live for everyone on the 27th. So not the coming Sunday, but the Sunday after is when we're going to be starting back at the building.
But next Sunday,
You know, I wasn't going to.
oh, you're not?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, since he brought it up,
Well, no, just
We don't talk about it all
it'll
the
be a
time.
surprise. It's just not going to be here.
it's not going to be here.
Oh,
So
there
anyway,
we go.
there you go. Thank you much. Thanks for that, I think.
Hey, Sharon. Hey, Tracy.
What else do we want to tell them about what's going on? Oh, and down the road, we're going to figure out how to go directly from, to record directly onto YouTube rather than using Facebook first, because a lot of our people don't do Facebook at all. So we're hoping to find a way to just short circuit the Facebook, but we'll be on YouTube. And the good news with that is that you can sign up to our channel and be notified, just like Facebook. You can be notified when we go live. So that
Now, we've had
shouldn't
quite a few
be-
people say over this year that they have to wait until it goes on YouTube because they don't do Facebook.
They just
So
won't do Facebook. So there
I
we
get
go.
it. I get
So yeah,
it.
and
I kind of don't.
he doesn't. So anyway, we're gonna do the best we can to keep
Valerie. Hi, Scott.
services online so that we can still communicate
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
But it's time for us to go back to the
We're
building.
we're probably the last church in the Tri-Cities that's going back to their building. But hey, whatever. It's been fine.
It's been fine. We've been doing what we could. You know, the commute from the living room to the garden.
Oh, it's
is
been a
just
struggle. It's been a struggle.
So hard on us.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I'm gonna miss this.
yeah,
I really am.
we are.
Okay. T-shirts and sweatshirts. I may be left-handed, but I'm always right.
I need to get that one for my brother. He's left-handed.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is interesting. Damn it, I'm mad. Is damn it, I'm mad when it's spelled backwards.
Coming and going.
I like it. I don't know what I could use it for, but I like it. Since there is only one of me, does that make me endangered or a limited edition?
Depends on how you
I know.
behave.
Of course I'm right. I'm Bob. Or I'm Phil. Or I'm Tracy. Or I'm,
Whatever.
Daryl. Whatever. So
Whatever.
I like it. Okay. We do have a couple of patron saints by the name of George Carlin and John Lennon.
Yay, George and John.
And John said, my role in society, or any artist's or poet's role, is to try and express what we feel, not to tell people how we feel, or how to feel, rather. Not as a preacher, not as a leader, but as a reflection of us all.
True.
We tried that. We tried that ourselves.
We try.
We're definitely not traditional preachers. Yeah, no way.
No.
Never will be.
Nope.
Nope. Hey, Myrna.
Hallelujah. Thank you. Good
I
Lord.
know, I know. And
Different.
George, I don't have a fear of heights. I do, however, have a fear of falling from heights.
I have a fear of landing. After
Yeah,
falling
I know.
from heights.
That's the worst part of
That's
it.
the worst part
That's
of
the
it,
worst
yeah.
part of it. My leg hurt.
What'd you do?
It's called dog tree branch,
Oh,
like
jeez.
this big, and turned around and whack right in the back of my leg. Ow.
She's
Still got
strong.
a
She
big
can
knot.
carry. She can carry stuff. Big stuff.
God.
She's quite the dog.
Trees. More than 63 million times each day, and this is quite a few years ago, AOL users sign on and hear the voice over actor Elwood Edwards, say the words. You've got mail. Although who knows how many people are on AOL right now. I know some people are. It's kind of interesting, but that's an old one. But who'd have thought? Okay. Things that make you go, An actor is something less than a man, while an actress is something more than a woman. Richard Burton. I wasn't going to do it in a way. I wasn't going to say it, especially since Dad's Day is coming up soon, but figured, hey, Richard Burton said it. Yeah.
I get it. I don't get it.
Elizabeth
Taylor.
yeah, was his
Okay,
wife. So
well,
remember?
there
I know.
you go.
So,
That makes all the difference.
It does make all the difference in the world. Probably why he said it. What it lies in our power to do, it lies in our power not to do. Aristotle.
Go airy.
Go airy. Okay. Now,
Goofy today.
faith is the substance of things hoped for and evidence of things not seen. Done that a couple of times. Hebrews 11:1. Yep.
See, that's faith is the NCIS of the spiritual world.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just look at the evidence,
Oh.
and then you can build your faith.
Oh. Okay. I like it.
I knew you would.
NCIS, faith, NCIS. Yeah, I got it.
Works.
Okay. If you can't be clever,
Just don't
be
be
good.
smacked.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, never mind. Walk on a rainbow trail, walk on a trail of song, and all about you will be beauty. It's a Navajo song.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that nice? Walk on a rainbow trail, walk on a trail of song, and all about you will be beauty.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Hi, Terry.
That'll kind of go with our guided meditation today.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
What a desolate place would be a world without a flower. It would be a face without a smile, a feast without a welcome. Nice.
Nice. We've been having I don't know if you guys been doing this or not, but Phil and I can't find stuff. You know, we've been looking for this and looking for that, and you know, it should be right here, but it's not. It's been crazy. We've been in this search mode. Although searching has yielded some positive results. I found some things I didn't know I needed, didn't know I wanted, didn't know I had.
You didn't see Terry responded to Lila's branch.
Oh, what did she say?
Well, it said, that's okay. Lila's just branching out.
She is branching out.
True. Thank you. These are just irrelevant facts. Again, I don't know. A Saudi Arabian woman can get a divorce if her husband doesn't give her coffee. I don't know. Okay. The Neanderthal's brain.
Good thing you got me coffee.
I know. The Neanderthal's brain was bigger than yours is.
I don't know. I'm part Neanderthal.
I know. I'm more part.
No, I'm more part.
No.
I think we're about the same.
We're real close. I'm just a little bit more. 23 and me.
Scary stuff.
We are both above 3% of the population that has more Neanderthal DNA.
3% of the. I thought we were above 50%.
3. And no. 3% of the entire population. Never mind.
We have Neanderthal.
We're the top 3% or more of people with Neanderthal DNA.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. The average bank teller loses about $250 per year. Okay.
I was a bank teller for a while.
I know you were. Before calculators or anything like that.
It was awful. It was awful. I was not very good.
Miss, yeah. Every person has a unique tongue print. Did you know that? Yeah. Women's hearts beat faster than men's.
Well, I think that's how they used to be able to tell boys from girls. In utero, before they had the
I didn't know
ultrasound, as they would measure the heartbeat.
I Didn't
The
know that.
faster heartbeat was
You know,
girls.
I guess I have seen or heard that, but didn't.
Put two
Yeah,
and two.
exactly. Okay.
Okay.
And we only have one joke that I'm going to do. Actually, I could do a couple here. These are from Peggy. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you. I saw you signed in, so thank you. I have jokes. Rest in peace, boiling water. You'll be missed.
M-I-S-T. Missed.
Missed. Happy Monday. Happiness is when you, when what you think, what to say, and what you do are in harmony. Mahatma Gandhi.
Smart guy.
Yeah. We'll do another one with that. Doc, I can't stop singing. What's new, pussycat? Sounds like you've got Tom Jones syndrome. Is it common? It's not unusual.
And for those of you who are too young to know, those are all songs. We apologize for the age.
That was definitely age-inspired. Thank you, Peggy. Peggy's fault.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, am I done?
I don't know. I'm assuming you are.
Oh, okay. Well, the dog's right here over the deck. In fact, she's just kind of laying on the deck,
Sleeping.
sleeping.
Glory,
Oh.
hallelujah. She's had a bark attack lately.
She did. Okay. You're on.
I'm on. How are we on time? Okay. Good. Do you want your phone?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I got
Alrighty. So let's start with a prayer. This one is the next one in line from our Prayer and Gratitudes book. Prayer and Gratitudes. You can get it free online, download version. If you go to thedivinefellowship.com, and there'll be a listing for free ebooks. There's quite a few there that you could enjoy. For those of you who don't know, Beth and I have started a new Ancient Ones study group, discussion group, I guess you would say. And so there's also a link to all of the information on that. Beth has done a fabulous job of getting that put together. And what's really fun is she has affirmation cards and inspiration cards at the bottom of the page, where you can just click on it. It'll shuffle the cards, and then you can pick one, and it'll turn over and show you what your affirmation or your blessing is for the day. It's pretty cool. So check that website out. We got good stuff there. So let's start with our prayer. This one is called a prayer of gratitude. Loving Spirit of light, the sun rose brilliantly in the sky. The sunset blazed its way into my memory. The night sky, bedazzled with stars, took my breath away. I felt the warmth of the sun upon my face. I experienced the force of wind as it whipped through the branches. I heard the quiet of the snowfall. The rainfall turned my attention inward. Whatever the time of day or season of the year, I feel your presence. I see you in all of it. Thank you. In the name of the Ascended One, Jesus. Amen. And our gratitude is, I am grateful for divine presence in all aspects of my life. Amen to that. Is that not true? So, what I want to talk to you about today, oh, good Lord, help me, is that step 3 in our process of seal, heal, and bless. And a lot of the information that I want to share with you today has come through during a meditation, so it's really kind of hard to put words to it. So I'll do my best. I think I can communicate what's been given to me, but I appreciate your understanding about that. When we talk about seal, heal, and bless, so the seal part is when you take your truth into the council of discernment and you speak your truth. And then you seal your truth in that space and let it go. That's the hard part, is letting it go, is it not? Because we want to hang on to it and we want to make it all about right and wrong, good and bad and whatever. So remember, the truth is neutral. So we speak our truth, and our truth is heard by angels, guides, and ancestors. And then those guys work on our behalf to help us discern our next step or help us discern the situation for a better outcome. And at the same time, they're guiding us, nudging us, giving us information to help us in that situation. So that's the seal part. The heal part is when we really listen to our guides and angels and ancestors. We don't do that. We just stay spun up, or we stay stuck, and we struggle with things, and we don't listen. They're here to help us and guide us. So the heal part is allowing ourselves to really hear and letting the actions that they guide us into move us into a place of healing ourselves so that we can handle things in a different way. The bless part is a very challenging part because we don't want to bless people who've hurt us. We don't want to give a blessing. We want to be pissed off. We want to be angry. We want to make it their fault. And it's a little tricky because we think, okay, well, I hope you find a good heart, you jerk. Well, that's not a blessing. That's not coming from a place of blessing. So let's get this really clear. This blessing part is really powerful. Really, really powerful. If you want to be free from past trauma, current trauma, and you want to live your life in a much better space of harmony and peace and joy, reverence, honor, all of that stuff, this blessed part is really significant, really important. So what the blessed part is about moving into this place where you can find a truth based on the discernment that you've been getting over the process of doing this. And you can speak that truth from this expanded awareness and a compassionate heart. Okay? Now, here's the problem with that, is that when we have interactions with other people, or we have stresses or struggles with situations, it's really hard to get there because we want to be right and we want them to be wrong. Or we want the situation to turn out the way we want it to. It's really hard to just be with stuff. At least I think it is. I don't know how you feel about that. And so life is challenging. And when we interact with other people, there's energetic things going on behind the scenes. Now I'm going to share some stuff with you here that I think you already know, but you may not know that you know. So when I say these things, you may go, oh yeah, of course I knew that. So when we're communicating with someone, or we've had a communication with someone and there's hurt feelings, there's this exchange of energy that was disruptive. Okay? So let's look at this energy exchange. That's what I'm going to chat with you about today. And then I'll show you how to heal that through this bless process. So first of all, if you have somebody who's, well, let me say it this way. Sometimes when people are in a really bad place, they can snap at another person and hurt their feelings unintentionally. And sometimes people are just in a really bad place all the time, and they just tend to snap and hurt people's feelings and not care. So it doesn't really matter what the come from is. The point is we aren't born with that level of sarcasm. We're not born with that level of hurtfulness and hatefulness. It came from somewhere. So we gotta, if we can take a look at that more clearly, then we have access to compassion, which we can't when we're on the defensive or when we're feeling as if we're struggling. Does that make sense? So let me give you an example. I have a friend of mine whose boyfriend recently passed, and for Memorial Day, her sister, who did not approve of this boyfriend, was supposed to get flowers for all the family members. They were going to all deliver flowers. Well, she forgot the boyfriend to get the flowers for the boyfriend. And my friend was devastated. Rightfully so. So that was, oh, I forgot. No. That was very hurtful, a very hurtful thing that was done. And it wasn't the first in that series of things. So it's not like, oh, she actually did forget. No, there was more to it than that. So my friend, as we were talking about this, it was obvious of this energetic transaction. So here's my friend who is already vulnerable because she's missing this boyfriend that has passed. And then to have this mistreatment, not just mistreatment of her, but whole dismissal of the boyfriend, whole dismissal of that relationship, was quite hurtful. And what happened was, energetically, that sister, when she said, "Oh, I forgot," downloaded energetically to my friend this disdain. And my friend and her trauma was devastated. So her guard was down and she was open and vulnerable, and this person stole energy from her. And that's what happens, is people steal energy when they say something hurtful or do something hurtful. The wounded one unknowingly releases energy. Now, the sad thing is the person that's sucking the energy. This is why we call them vampires and zombies, because they steal our energy and leave us can't think. So even though they extracted energy, what she extracted from her was grief. Is that going to make her feel any better? No. So if this was a ploy to steal energy, as a lot of energetic vampires will do, is they'll set people up so they can hit them with something and then suck their energy. Well, it doesn't make them feel any better because it's not clear energy. So what she got was sorrow. It didn't make her feel any better. And so now she's even in a less energetic place, even though she downloaded some of that negativity out of herself, whatever reason she was feeling negative. Probably a big story about that. Even though she was able to download some of that negativity and suck energy out of her, what she sucked out of her wasn't good. So when you have an energetic transaction with someone and you feel like you've been hit hard, or you feel drained afterwards, if you ever had a conversation, you feel drained, that person has sucked energy from you. Now, it may not necessarily be good energy. It's not going to help them any. Anytime you steal something, it's not of benefit. So even if I get in a snarky mood and I snark out at Phil, technical term, snark out, I'm not going to feel any better about that. Because the energy that I'm extracting from him, even though I might download some frustration or anger, the energy I'm extracting from him isn't clear energy. So think about situations where you're involved with other people. And if you're being feel after a conversation you're being drained, either you have been downloaded energy from that other person, or you in some way have extracted energy that isn't good. Either way, that's not helpful. That's not helpful. So what I'm saying is it's not up to us to put up with abuse. But at the same time, this counsel of discernment can really help a situation like my friend who has this interaction with her sister. So she can take her truth into the counsel of discernment, calling in guides and angels, and speak her truth. And her truth was, what the hey? I counted on you. I can't trust you anymore. I can't trust you emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually anymore. I betrayed a trust. I'm done. And that's the end of the story. That's the truth. And then you seal that in, and then she listens to her guides and angels, and they will help her discern how to interact with this person. Make sense? Now the blessed part. Here's the tricky part. Here's the part we're talking about today. Now, once she has seen the truth of it, okay, so there's some wounded part of that sister that is attempting to feel better. Not working, but is attempting to. So to send a blessing to that person is not like, well, hope you find a heart, you jerk. That's not a blessing. But coming from this expanded awareness where you can see, oh, there's an energetic transaction going on. You can feel there's an energetic transaction going on. And you no longer want to be a part of that energetic transaction. Then you move into this heart of compassion. They're really in a bad place. This really isn't about me, it's about them being in a bad place. And knowing that, I can send them a blessing. So a blessing here from this expanded awareness and this open heart space, from where we're okay with us and Divine Source, we allow Divine Source to fill us with kindness. Because maybe that person sure as heck doesn't deserve it. And energetically we send them the blessing of, may you find your way to honor. Because right now you haven't got it, honey. This is not about judgment. This is about, may you find peace. May you find joy. Because when you have peace and joy in your life, you're not going to react, you're not going to act in a hurtful way. True? And here's what happens. There's an energetic transaction with that, and it's different. This energetic transaction is from source to your expanded awareness into your compassionate heart, and then you're giving a gift. And when you give a gift, you don't care what's done with that gift. If I give a gift to somebody, they could throw it away. I don't care. Because I've given the gift. I've let it go. Their response is not part of the transaction anymore. You're neither downloading negativity nor having their negativity downloaded back into you. You're neither receiving nor giving in a negative way. You're just giving. And that keeps you clear. Sends a blessing to them. You don't have to say that blessing. This blessing is all energetic. You bless silently to yourself, but bless them. Send that energy to them. And what happens is they change. Maybe they just take stock. Maybe they back up a little bit. Maybe they don't have any outward change whatsoever, but your relationship with them changes. You shift. You become stable, strong, clear, open. And you can send this kindness and let it go. Whether they do anything with it or not, whether they deserve it or not, it doesn't matter. This is not about them deserving anything. This is not about you deserving to be right and you deserving their apology. It doesn't matter any of that. This is about getting clear. We have suffered so much over this last, few years. And, with the COVID and isolation and all the hatred on the news feeds, it's just sad. We have suffered so much. It's time to get clear. It's time to get our awareness expanded and open into a space that is filled with beauty, filled with grace, filled with love, and then bringing that into our heart space and sending that out without expectations. And what happens is it just flushes the toilet. It just flushes that energetic passageway, and you aren't getting a download, a backwash in any negative way. Don't we really want that? This is not about sucking up to somebody or going overboard trying to make their world okay when you're suffering. That's not about that. That's about you dealing with the suffering through the sealing and the healing part. And then you clearing your energy chute. Clear that energy passageway. Get it clear. It's absolutely imperative. Let me read you a couple Bible verses here. Ephesians 4:31. Let all bitterness, wrath, and anger, and clamor, and slander be put away from you, along with all malice. Put away from you. Put it away. Don't have time for that. Don't have a life for that. Got better things in your world than to carry around that stuff. And here's the solution. And be kind to one another. Tender-hearted, forgiving each other, just as God in Christ has forgiven you. Jesus said, as somebody asked Jesus, how many times do you forgive? 70 times 7, he said. A lot. Now this forgiveness is the letting go, this flushing of the chute. Get it gone. You don't need to carry that. Can you imagine the anguish we carry around because we can't figure out how to clear? This blessed process is a way to get clear. Get clear. There's so much hate in the world. I'm sick of it, aren't you? Let's get clear of it. Let's bless it. You know, Phil and I were having a little bit of struggle at one point down the road. And I decided I was just going to bless the hell out of him. And so everything he did, I blessed. Blessed. All the time. All the time. And you know what? I changed. He changed. It's been amazing. It's amazing, the relationship we have. And when I get off track a little bit and get cranky, or he gets off track a little bit cranky, blessing. We bless the hell out of it, and it gets better again. Because that's what it's about. We harbor all these stupid little resentments that don't matter a hill of beans. The other person probably had no idea they did it, or offended or hurt, but we harbor those. Oh, that person, I can't say anything right around them. Well, you know, bless the heck out of them. Literally, bless them to death. Bless them. And just get clear. Because when I'm in this place of the expanded awareness with open compassion, I don't have a clogged system. I don't know about you, but you ever been constipated? That's not fun. We're energetically constipated, people. Time to get clear. Blessing is an energetic flush. Let's do it. Let's do it. Now, physically, you can rub your hands together really, really fast and put them on an inanimate object, and you can feel a discharge. But this bless process gets deep into the core of us, down to the root of us, and gets us clear. It's time to get clear. It's time to be free of all that anguish we've been carrying. And it's not about snarking on somebody else or I'm in judgment of them. If they have acted in a way that harms you, they're needing something. Now here's the key of the blessing part. What is it that they need? This is this council of discernment. Ask your angels, guides, and ancestors, what is it they really need? Are they snarking out at you because they are physically in pain? May you find health and healing. It's hard to be a good place when you're hurt. What if that person is snarking out because they just feel lost from their childhood has been so traumatic for them? May you find peace. May you find joy. And here's the real awesome thing that happens about that, is that when you send them a blessing, you get it back. They don't give it back, but it flows through. So whatever you're blessing them with, you have this backwash that comes in and sits in residence with you. So if you're blessing someone who has mistreated you, and may you find honor. Guess what? Honor come and makes its residence in your own heart. Makes its home within you. And you have a higher level than you ever did before. If you didn't have some honor, you wouldn't have noticed that it was a dishonorable thing. But you did. So not only does it clear that, polishes up the part of you that does know honor, but it also reinstalls it in a higher octave. Gives you this greater blessing. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Bless the heck out of people. Bless the heck out of situations. Bless the heck out of the world. Because you know what? It needs it. So you have this beautiful energy beaming to you. When you have this open heart that's willing, oh my goodness, the kind of energy that can flow to you is incredible. And so when you have this heart of willingness, and expand your awareness, this flow of energy comes in, and you can share that. Doesn't matter whether they deserve it or not. But let's face it, even the saddest, most disruptive person in the world deserves kindness. Kindness can change the world. It can. Kindness is a superpower, remember? It is. Let me see if there's anything else I need you to know. In 1 Thessalonians, when it talks about, chapter 5, when it talks about the armor, the energetic armor that we put on, verse 8, since we are of the day, let us be sober, having put on the breastplate of faith and love. Put it on. Put it on. And you don't have to generate it. Ask for it to be gifted to you. And the helmet is the hope of salvation. Hope. Take on some hope. When we get caught up in all this disdain and distrust and despair and negative energy, we lose that. So allow this fresh energy to wash through. And it's a couple of verses down, verse 11. Therefore, encourage one another. Build one another up, just as you're doing. Build up that other person. They won't have nearly as much need to be snarky. It doesn't mean you have to be around them. I'm not saying set yourself up for toxic abuse. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that this allows you freedom. And it gives them a taste, a blessed taste of something better in their life. And people can change, can they not? We can't change them, but we can give them a gift. And that gift has the power to change, does it not? All right, so let me talk to Mr. Phil, have Mr. Phil come out, and we'll do guided meditation, or we'll do communion, and then we'll do guided meditation. Hopefully I can get communion straight this time. Last time we did it backwards. Are you listening, Mr. Phil, or do I need to call? Let's just do the intercom. Speakerphone, intercom. Here he is. He was on his way.
Yep. Didn't have the phone, but I was listening. I cannot get any comments so far. I don't know what's going on. I can't see them.
Phil
I can see them. I can see them there, but I cannot get them on the computer for some reason.
I might have you just read them here.
Yeah, might.
We'll figure it out. Good grief, we've had so many technical issues.
I've tried everything I can, and I cannot get the comments.
I'm sorry. Well, and if we can't do it one way, we'll do it another. I'll just get online afterwards. All right, communion. Dry Crucio wafer. This is symbolic of the life, the physical actions that Jesus did to open the ascension path for us. We're all on this ascension path. Some of us are doing better with it than others, but we're all here. We're all trying, are we not? So this is a reminder that there's a better way. Join us in prayer, please. Loving Spirit of Light, as we take this in, help us to walk that higher path. Bless us. Guide us. Walk with us in all things. These things we pray in the name of the Ascended One, Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Boy, that was right out, wasn't it?
Tasted okay to me.
Join us in prayer, please. Loving Spirit of Light, as we drink this in, help us to drink in life, all of it, even the Sakola parts. Help us to drink it in, and as we drink this in, help us to clear. Help us to drink in divine energy. Help us to drink in divine kindness. Help us to bless and be a blessing. In the name of the Ascended One, Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. Guided meditation.
Very good. Yeah, because the problem is each time a comment pops up, you can't see the other one, so I don't know if that's going to work either. I'll try again. I'll maybe just try to reboot the whole
Okay.
system. Try it again.
He's going to reboot. You know, kind of like this kindness flush. It just gives us a cosmic reboot. All right, so let's do a guided meditation, shall we? Today we're going to go to the sacred hilltop. And to start our journey, 1 second. Just taking a deep breath and listen to the birds. Feels good to be alive. Feels good to be here. Feels good to be present in our own life. There may be physical aches and pains. There may be emotional challenges. There may be physical challenges. But we're alive. We're alive. What a blessing. And we can be a blessing from this space. So bring your attention to the bottoms of your feet. If you're sitting with your feet on the floor, notice the bottoms of your feet. If your feet are propped up in your lounge chair at home or whatever, notice your backside is touching your bed or the couch or the chair. And notice that is anchored to the earth, touching the earth. Gravity holds us here. And so we can utilize that pull, this gravitational force, to our benefit. Because we can open the bottoms of our feet and the energy will flow through us into the ground beneath us, through the chair or through the floor, whatever. And we can just let go of all the suffering. People have said some of the most unkind, hurtful things. It's time to let it go. It's time to be free of it. They may not have even known how hurtful it was. Maybe they did. But the point is that it's no longer serving you to carry it. It's not yours to carry. Maybe you were downloaded negative energy. Why would you want to keep that when we have this access to let it go? And the portals at the bottoms of our feet are two-way street. So energy can leave. Gravity will just pull it out, just suck that out. As long as we let it go by our will, by our choice, by our expanded awareness and our compassionate heart, we can just let it go. Let it go. And at the same time, we can feel that anchoring energy of the earth. Feel that pull. And know that we're safe, we're secure, we're not going to fly off into space. We're here. We're empowered. And just be with that for a minute. You notice the birds got quiet? You see here's some in the distance, but the close birds got really quiet. This is important stuff. Bring your attention to the top of your head and be aware of this beam of kindness flowing in. You've expanded your awareness by thinking about these things. And now you're opening your heart of compassion by your willingness to be receptive of this kindness. Allow yourself to receive that. Even the birds think that's fun. And bring it into every cell of your body. Bring it to your whole being. And as you do that, let's take a little walk in our imagination. Allow yourself to find your way to a countryside. You're not in a city, you're out in the countryside. Maybe it's rolling hills, maybe it's little steeper hills there, and just out in the countryside. It's a beautiful day. Maybe you can feel the sun shining on your face. Maybe there's a gentle breeze. Maybe birds are singing. White fluffy clouds in the sky. Just allow yourself to experience all of that. And notice that there's a hill, there's a rise just above you, just ahead of you. And allow yourself to find your way to the top of that hill. And when you get to the top of that hill, you have a deep sense of sacredness. This is a sacred hill. It's a sacred space. It's been created for you in a combination of your imagination and divine inspiration. And it feels lovely to be here. And as you're standing at the top of the hill, look at the valley below you. Notice what you see. Do you see farmland? Do you see a city? Or is it just natural? Nothing built up, just natural. Do you see farmland? Is it a patchwork quilt of farms? Is there a city below? Or is it just natural? Whatever you're experiencing is what is right for you. So either choose one of these or see what your intuition guides you into perceiving. Now notice also there's a river below. As you notice the river, notice if it seems to flow or meander from the left to the right, or does it seem to flow or meander from the right to the left? Or does it have a lot of switchbacks here and there and back and forth? Which are you perceiving? Which do you see? Which do you experience? Whatever is coming up for you is what is has spiritual significance for you. Something just beeped at me. Okay. Now I'd like you to notice the clouds. Bring your gaze up and look at the clouds. And these white fluffy clouds are now forming a spirit animal. You know how sometimes you can see pictures in the clouds? The clouds are now forming specifically for you and forming into a spirit being. Sorry. Okay. So which spirit being is being formed for you? Is it a bird? It could be any kind of bird. It could be an owl or a hawk or an eagle or a sparrow or a seagull, whatever you're experiencing. If it's a bird, just notice that. It has a meaning. Is it forming into a dragon? Maybe it's forming into like a snake or a lizard or some other reptilian figure. But dragon is what I saw. Or is it turning into a wolf or cougar? And both of those are similar in energy that I'm going to be able to read for you here today. So which do you see, a wolf or a cougar? They have a similar energy here. So a bird, a dragon, a wolf or a cougar. And then bring your attention down to your feet. And there's a crystal there. Is it an amethyst? Is it a clear quartz? Or is it a citrine? And you receive that knowing that that's your gift for your journey, your spiritual path now. And you receive that with deep gratitude. And you feel very, very peaceful, very, very harmonic with your circumstances, very harmonic with the world around you. Taking a deep breath in, and just letting that energy absorb into your being. The energy of this sacred hill. Wherever you go, it's sacred. You're the one that's sacred. And you get to bring this sacred energy with you. Back down the hill, back into your life, back into the here and now, back into your body, back in full form, feeling awake, feeling revitalized, feeling rejuvenated. So allow yourself to receive that energy and bring it back into the here and now, into this time and place. So wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. I'm going to give you the definitions of what we experienced. And then if you have any other comments, you can type them in. If Phil can't get them for us, then I'll get back online when he's done, and I have a different way to view this visual after it's done, so I might be able to perceive that. All right, so the beautiful day, and you saw from the top of the hill, did you see farmland, a city, or natural? What you saw from your perspective is your next step, reveals to you your next step. If you saw farmland, this is letting you know it's time to cultivate a new idea or a new venture. It's time to do that. Now, maybe you don't have an idea yet. It was time to cultivate that. Or maybe you have an idea. Maybe it's time to take the next steps in that. Did you see a city? If you saw a city, this is asking you for your next step to connect with those that can help or be open to help that's on the way. I'm so independent, it's really hard for me to ask for help, much less receive help. So this is a big one for me. Maybe you're not, maybe it's not as difficult for you, but if it is, being open to that, being willing to receive that help is powerful. It's a state of being that they're asking you to do. So again, the city, if you know somebody that can help you, tap into that, ask for help. And if you don't happen to know who can help you, or you have a hard time asking for help, open your willingness to receive help. And Divine Source will bring that your way. That's what's next for you. If your view from the sacred hilltop was natural, it's asking you to take time for yourself, time for self-care, time to get clear. Here are little lambs next door. Aren't they cute? So if it's natural, take time for yourself, or get out in nature, for heaven's sakes. We can reconnect with nature and discharge a lot of negative energy that we can't do any other way. That's a good way to get clear. Your river, what the direction of your river has information for you, what you need to know for now, what's important for you to know for now. So if your river flows or meanders from the left to the right, that's asking you to trust your inner knowing. You know more than you think you know. You got this, you know this. You know what you need to do, you know how to be. Trust that. You can't always trust our feelings, can't always trust our how we see things per se, because it's always based on our perceptions. But your inner knowing won't lead you wrong. So trust that. Get in tune with that. Tap into that. If your river seems to flow from right to left, that's asking you to seek divine guidance. Seek divine information. Seek divine knowing. If your river has a lot of switchbacks, this is asking you to do both. It's asking you to do both. Trust your inner knowing and ask for guidance. So trust your inner knowing and know that there's more information. Get more information. Make sense? The clouds, what they transform into is your spirit help right now. So if they transfer it into any form of bird, Spirit's help for you is saying that divine wisdom, vision, guidance is being sent right now. Right now, divine wisdom, vision, and guidance is being sent to you. Open up and receive. If yours was a dragon or alligator, or lizard, or some other reptilian thing, this is saying that power and strength is being sent. Not the power over someone by force, or not the power over someone by that snarky stuff, but this is that true inner power, that inner strength that you can stand tall, stand firm, and move forward. And that's being sent to you right now. You may not have ever had it before, but it's being sent to you. So open and receive that. Did your clouds form a wolf or a cougar? This is telling you a valiant heart is being created within you. A valiant heart is being created within you. Sometimes the stuff that we experience disheartens us, but Divine Source has a way of renewing that clearing that and renewing that and giving you this valiant heart. And a valiant heart is one that is not afraid. A valiant heart is one that is more than capable of helping and more than capable of strength, being PowerPoint here, being that point of power that others can look to. It's your unwavering ability. The crystal that you received that was at your feet, this represents to you your energy, the energy they're asking you to hold on to right now. If it was amethyst, this is asking you to hold on to divine connection. Hold true to that. Lock into that. If you received the clear quartz crystal, this is asking you to lock into that clarity. Keep this compassionate kindness flow keeping you clear. Bless everything to stay clear. And if you receive citrine, this is asking you to step into a higher level of joy. Now, all of us experience joy differently. You know, some of us are really giggly and goofy, and some of us have a different kind of joy. Maybe it's expressed through artwork or poetry or doing a kind thing. However that is expressed for you, however you perceive joy, however you receive joy, however you give joy, do that. That's what that is asking you to do. That's the energy to lock in. As you clear this other energy, lock in either amethyst, which is this divine connection, lock it in, or the clear quartz, which is this clarity, this brightness, this purity of heart, or the citrine, which is the joy. Bring it in. Lock it in. All right, let's see if Mr. Phil had any. Let's see. Any comments? It warmed up out here.
Yeah.
Do we have anything to report?
Well, I actually figured out. Hello?
Hello, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. I finally kind of sort of figured out I got to turn you off here because I keep hearing two things. Okay. Tracy, dry, crusty old wafer? Oh.
I don't know.
I actually know nothing yet.
Okay.
Just comments and things, but nothing in regards to the meditation.
Okay. All right. Well, if there is anything, be sure and I'm going to turn you off, Phil. Be sure and text it in. I'll check the news feed or check the feed when I get off. And if there's anything there, I will comment on it for you, give you any additional insights that's necessary. So when Mr. Phil gets back, we'll do our energy circle, energy circuit, not a circle, circuit. Because we can't do our circle yet. Boy, we are going to have a circle before long. I'm so excited.
Saw the dog walk by. All I could see was just a little bit of her when she walked by.
Was it meandering?
Like, yeah,
Like there.
like that. Yeah, like that.
Okay, rub your hands together really, really fast. Hey, and let's do a discharge first. So rub your hands together really fast and put your hands on an inanimate object, not another person. You don't want to discharge that way. Okay, she's not inanimate.
Tick.
I'll get it later. Phil gave me the dangest compliment the other day. Oh, honey, I'm so proud of you, the way you pick ticks off that dog.
Well, it's because she always used to go, ew, I can't, and it'd take both of us to do it, and I'd have to pick them off, and then finally she just started doing it. And
Yeah.
so
Don't mess with my dog. Gotta get him off there. He even picked a tick off of you today. Ooh. You get those things.
Yeah.
Time for some tick spray or something. Okay. Did you discharge? We got sidetracked with the dog. All right. Rub your hands together. That builds the energy. Okay, now we've got this kindness flow going through our expanded awareness into our heart space. Let that flow now from one hand to the other and back to your heart space. That closes that circuit, opens that circuit, and completes that circuit, however you want to say that. And the energy builds. And you can feel this energy between your hands. How wonderful is that? How wonderful is that? Now maybe there's somebody you know that's suffering or struggling. Aren't we all? But there may be some that are just not coping as well as others. Take this energy and with your kindness, with that a kind intent, send that to them. I know a specific person I'm sending that one to. Sweep that off. You don't want any psychic backwash. Fresh energy coming in, heart space, hand, back to your heart, letting that energy build. Big stuff. Let this energy really, really build. Can you feel that between your hands? This is for you. This is for you. This is gifting you with that extra measure of kindness. Take it on. Be willing to receive that. And now, you're a beacon in your life. You're a beacon in the world. And you can share that with others. May your life be a prayer. God bless. And we'll see you soon. Next time is a surprise. And then after that, we'll be back at the building. Love you all.
Toodles.